Hi guys, I just really wanted to talk about the public test round build 2 and some really big problems with it. The build was initially sort of described as a turtle slash defensive meta breaker, and that's just not how it plays out. It's really important to note that this is just a test, and the whole point of this video is to bring to light some problems with the test so that the developers are able to see that ahead of time and make changes before anything goes to live or anything like that. So firstly, like I said, it's supposed to be a defensive meta breaker, but it doesn't even close to break the turtle meta. In fact, it could be said to make it stronger in quite a few ways. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, I'm going to talk about the problems, and then I'll propose some really easy, really obvious fixes for it. So for us to talk about it, we need to first consider a very common scenario, and that is what happens when one player is dropped down to their last bar of HP. To look at it closely, we'll have to first talk about the properties that the player receives when they're on that last bar of HP. So number one, they now have regenerating HP. The HP regenerates back up to 25. We all already know this, but it's important to know anyway for what we're going to talk about. Number two, and this is exclusive to, well, somewhat exclusive to the build too, is that a player can't be reduced below 1% of their maximum HP with chip damage. Now, because of these properties, if a character or a hero is mostly designed around attacks and has no shove or block breaking mechanic, they have absolutely no way to kill an opponent. And I mean, they have no way to kill a turtling opponent, period. In the live patch, the one that everybody experiences, the common way to get rid of this last bar of regenning HP for these characters is to parry an attack into a guard break, or parry an attack into a generic parry punish, which generally will do more than 25 HP in one strike. Of course, with build 2 and the public test realm, you can't get a guard break after a parry. Actually, you can't get anything at all apart from a light attack or very specific parry punishes on very specific heroes. There's only one character in the game who has a light attack which does enough damage to take out a whole bar of HP, and that's Orochi with the double top light. Everybody else doesn't do enough damage. So that's the first situation. So because of these things, because of a culmination of situations, what we'll see happening a lot, what we'll observe happening a lot, is that one player, a turtling player, will be reduced down to 25 HP via whatever means, and now they will not be able to die. Now they'll have the freedom to throw out whatever risky move they want, being only on 25 HP, and not really having any real risk of dying. If they throw out a risky move and the attack is successful, then yippee for them, they've equalized the battlefield a bit more, great for them, right? If, on the other hand, their attack is unsuccessful, i.e. it's dodged or parried, then the only damage that they're going to take in response is a light attack. This isn't going to kill them, of course, we've already discussed this. So they'll be on sub 25 HP. Now they just play a bit more passively, a bit more defensively until they regen back up to 25 HP, and we're back where we started again. They can now throw out another risky move, a different risky move, again, another chance to equalize the battlefield. If it's successful, notching down their enemy's HP. If it's unsuccessful, who cares? They take a small amount of damage, it's no big deal to them, they regen back up to 25 HP. Again, of course, they rinse and repeat this all the way until the point where both players are now on 25 HP. This is the inevitable thing that will happen in most games, unless characters are picking certain heroes. Let's talk about the heroes that people consider the meta in the live patch. We're looking at Warlord for the number 1 pick. Everybody knows this. Warlord's the number 1 pick. It just is. Wins the majority of tournaments, has a great kit. Good at turtling, good at breaking turtles. Then we have things like Warden, possibly looking at, I don't know, Centurion in build 2, not so much in live patch, but there's reasons for that. Basically, you have turtle breaking things at the top of the meta because the meta was turtling. You have good turtles who can break turtles. In this build, we're going to have good turtles who can break turtles again. The meta is not going to shift at all. In fact, the meta is going to be more geared towards these characters. Like I said, the process will be rinse and repeat until both characters are on 25 HP. Characters without shoves will not be able to kill a turtling opponent, period. Won't be able to do it. Characters who have picked a block breaking character will be able to kill them efficiently, fast, without actually any real problem at all. 3 headbutts from a Warlord and you're down out of your 25 HP. In fact, you could chip somebody down to the 1% and then just headbutt them. And yeah, that's really easy. Warden, once they're on their 25 HP, do your shoulder bash mix up. It'll either end up with a guard break, which will take them out, or 24 damage from the double lights. Actually, after a shoulder bash, it's only 18 damage from the double lights. But anyway, you could chip them down, then do the 18, or fully charged shoulder bash into a top heavy. You see, like, these guys have solutions to this. Nobody else has solutions to this. So we have a very big problem with build 2. Yeah, of course this video wouldn't be complete if I didn't propose some easy and reasonable fixes to this. So we have 2. The first one might seem like the obvious choice: remove regenerating HP from the game. I'll talk about why this isn't the best choice after I talk about the second choice. The second choice is to make it so that chip damage can kill your opponent. So if you were to just remove HP regeneration, you wouldn't shift the meta at all. You'd still have turtle breaking heroes at the top of the list. Heroes without those shoves, bottom of the list. This would be the case. Not the right fix. If instead they made it so that chip damage kills the opponent, now you don't need a headbutt or a shoulder bash to finish somebody off. It's no longer necessary. You could just be the better player. You could be a fainting wizard and your opponent can't read a thing you do, and you'll just beat them with chip or with straight to skin attacks because you're the better player. That's how we want it to be. So in my honest opinion, we need chip damage to kill the opponent for this build to be successful in what it's supposed to be doing. As I said before, the PTR, Public Test Realm Build 2, it's just a test, and the video that I'm making right now is just so that the right people see it and the right people know what they need to change about the test before it's brought to live. So if you, like me, liked the video, then feel free to like and comment. It would do wonders in making sure the right people see this video and do the right thing to change this build if they want the build to go live in the first place. If you enjoy my content and want to see further content, then it'd be great if you subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. And I also stream on Twitch for any of those wondering, so feel free to come along to that. We'll have a great time. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys.